India's G20 tensions. India will be hosting the current G20 summit meeting in New Delhi on September 8th and 9th this weekend, amid high expectations and a number of setbacks on these expectations. Vladimir Putin of Russia and Xi Jinping of China will not be attending in person but will send in their representatives. Putin has spoken with Prime Minister Modi ahead of time, explaining his reason of not attending. And the reason seems to be geopolitical. He is reluctant to travel way outside of his country in person for safety reasons over territories that are not fully in control of Russia-friendly nations and cannot provide security and assurance that his plane will not be targeted. So the reason is geopolitical. Xi Jinping has not spoken about it with Prime Minister Modi, and his reason seems to indicate a growing bilateral tension between India and China, two founder members of the BRICS. And the reason is complicated. Further, UK and India were supposed to sign a trade deal between these countries, and now Rishi Sunak has postponed it till next year and after both countries have had their election. And Canada too responded with a unilateral postponement of a trade deal between India and Canada for the time being. And the reason could be the worsening of relations between the two nations on account of Canada refusing to hand over Canadian citizens which are accused of supporting terrorists in India. India has demanded they be repatriated to India to face trials and charges, and Canada has refused. So this could be one reason. Another reason can be the hardening or sharpening of the divide between nations around the Ukraine war and the realignment of balance of power and emerging division between not only the West and the East, but also the North and the South. These are, for me, telltale signs of a tectonic shift in the old order and emerging of a possible new order, which is not planned by the deep state. An emergence of a multipolar society, a multipolar world, multipolar balance of power, as against unipolar system that is presumed to be the controlling factor of what happens around the world. The China-India conflict is a more complicated one and will be covered in another podcast. This is Tony Mitra, September 4, 2023, and I'm speaking from Delta, BC, Canada. Thank you.